Hey everybody, I wanted to show you another kind of quick and easy meal that I often feed to my dog Macy, and I'm about to prepare her breakfast, so I figured I would just kind of let y'all see. But that's using cooked chicken, and sometimes I also do this with turkey, but today I have some cooked chicken that I just pulled off the bone. I had thrown some chicken in the Instapot last night, and then kind of pulled all the chicken off and then kind of kept it. Well, this isn't all of it, but this is what I'm planning to use today for her meal. But definitely check out my other video kind of showing how to be really good about getting all the bones out of the cooked chicken before you feed it to your dog, because that can be kind of tricky because not all the bones are the big thick leg bones. Sometimes they're little tiny bones in the cartilage and things like that. But anyway, so yeah, this is just a basic, quick, easy, but very nutritious meal that you can throw together at any point for your dog if you have any of these ingredients on hand. So today, like I said, I've got some cooked chicken. I always like to throw in some kind of chopped veggie. And so today I actually am using, these are frozen chopped collard greens that I'm just gonna quickly saute in this pan here. And then I will add in a little bit of canned pumpkin. This was $1. Bought this obviously at Walmart, only $1. I always keep 2 or 3 cans of these, of the canned pumpkin on hand in the cabinet, just because it comes in handy to kind of add into treats or other things like that. So that's what I have here. That's just a little bit of canned pumpkin. I don't use a lot because it is kind of high in sugar, but it's good for fiber, and it has a lot of other good vitamins that your dog could benefit from. So we have the chicken. I'm gonna saute the greens, add a little pumpkin. I always like to add a little raw egg yolk, so I'm gonna show you how I do that, and then some of the supplements that I'm gonna add for her today. So what I'm first gonna do, like I said, this chicken is already cooked, so my next move is going to be to get these greens sauteed. Now, yes, they're frozen, but again, they're chopped and they're in really small bits, which I like. If I'm cooking any other vegetable, from its whole food form, I always either puree it, blend it, or chop it up or dice it up really fine, because dogs they're going to absorb more of the nutrients from fruits and vegetables if they are blended or chopped really fine. It's hard for them to kind of pull out all of the nutrients and digest all of the nutrients when it's in a big chunky whole food form, if that makes sense. I do have another video that talks about, or just gives like some kind of easy ways of feeding veggies to your dog, and that is blending, and that's kind of one of my favorite ways. But like I said, you can do chopped and some other forms like I'm doing today. So I'm just making sure my pan is hot. I think it is. Today I'm using avocado oil. I will also use olive oil, sometimes grapeseed oil, just kind of whatever we have on hand. So I'm just going to put a little more avocado oil in this pan. This does not take long at all to do. I'm gonna let it get a little warm. Oh, it's hot. Okay, so I'm gonna toss them in, and I'm not doing a lot. Again, this is a small percentage of your dog's diet. They should mostly be getting a lot of healthy whole proteins. I'll just do that. But it's nice to have some vegetable sources kind of sprinkled in to round out their diet, and also the fiber. Yeah, this isn't going to take long at all because this is chopped. It cooks really easy. Another veggie, especially from frozen, I like to do, but I'll use fresh as well, and that's spinach. Cooks super fast. What else? Kale, frozen or fresh, just chop it up. It cooks down really nicely. So again, here's my chopped collard greens in the pan with a little avocado oil. I say this all the time. I use tons and tons of turmeric in her food because she is 15 now, and I'd like to support her joints. So I'm just now sprinkling in a little bit of the turmeric. And this is organic turmeric. I actually purchased this at Sam's Club. It's a massive glass jar, and it was super affordable. I want to say it was just maybe $7, $8, but it goes a long way. So check that out. So we've got our turmeric. I'm gonna sprinkle in a little bit of rosemary. Actually, I'm gonna do the other side. Yeah, just a little, just a few little sprigs. Rosemary is an excellent herb for your dog, and then so is oregano. But do your own research. I always say this, you know, Macy's been eating like this her whole life. And so she's very used to different flavors and herbs and things like that. But kind of check, you know, always do your own research and see what benefits certain herbs may have for your dog and give it a try. And just kind of ease them in a little at a time. If your dog is used to just eating a dry kibble, it can be pretty jarring if you're throwing in a tons of new flavors and you know, foods all at once. You don't ever really want to do it that way. All right, so I'm actually going to go ahead and turn this off because that's pretty much done. That's all I really wanted. Take the chill off, soften it up, and then I'm going to toss it in with her chicken. So I've got her bowl here. And again, let's see how much this is. I want to say this is probably about 1.5 cups. So this is my little 1/2 cup scoop. I rarely measure out. I can kind of eyeball her food, but just so you guys can see. And again, she's large breed, so you're going to adjust based on your dog's, you know, weight. And then obviously what their nutritional needs are, or if you're just intending to feed him or her a little snack. But this is Macy's breakfast. Yeah, so it's about 1.5 cups. And this, again, this is cooked chicken. These were leg quarters that I cooked in my Instapot. So that's that. All right. And then I'm going to just scoop these greens straight from the pan. I know they're hot, but this is going to cool pretty quickly, especially when I mix in with the chicken, because the chicken I took from the fridge, so it's pretty cool, chilled. This is hot. All right, see how strong I am. All right, so this is just the collard greens, the chopped frozen collard greens, lightly sauteed in avocado oil. I sprinkled in a little turmeric, a little oregano, and then a few sprigs of dried rosemary. So that's that. Oh, it smells so good. I wish you guys could smell this. So it's pretty. So I like to mix it in. Some dogs might be picky and may try to just eat out all the meat, leave the veggies, but we've never had that problem with Macy or any of my other dog, Zeta. They love everything that's in your bowl. So anyway, so here's now the chicken with the collards mixed in. You always make sure it's it's already cool. Because like I said, the chicken was cold. All right, so there's the meat. There's the veggie. Now, I say this a lot, and I hope you guys do take this to heart, is that if you're doing solely home prepared meals for your dogs, you're gonna need to supplement. They're not gonna get everything they need just from different meals and things like this. They're going to get quite a bit, but you do want to round it out. So I am adding in a little bit of pumpkin. That's what you see here. I already kind of talked about that. That's just, I don't know, I want to say maybe between 1/4 cup, not quite 1/2 cup of pumpkin. This is excellent for fiber and a lot of other, you know, vitamins and things. So I'm just kind of lightly mixing that in. Just to kind of spread it through. This looks so good. Our dogs are so spoiled. Okay. No, not spoiled. They're loved. All right. So now we've got chicken, the veggies, those sauteed collard greens, and then a little bit of canned pumpkin. These eggs are here because I'm going to give her a couple of raw egg yolks right on top as a topper once I add in her vitamins. And I'll show you my little trick for that too. So here I have her, again, I keep saying she's 15, so she's got some arthritis. She's, you know, I'm just really trying to support her joints. So this is just the Vet IQ hip and joint supplement. I figure it's not gonna hurt. She's been taking this a while and it does seem to help her. She eats these straight just as like a treat. So I'm just set these down by her bowl when it's time. I'm going to pull those out now. And then I also have her Cosequin, which is also, if you guys don't know about it, I mean, if you have young dogs, you probably don't even need to know a lot about this yet, but Cosequin is a very well-known and super helpful joint supplement. It's got glucosamine, chondroitin, MSM, some other great things in it as well. So again, my dog, she'll just eat these straight like treats. If you've got to grind them up, you can, but I don't think most people have issues with these. Another supplement I like to give because of her joints and just overall health, heart health and all that is omega-3s. Now I use this brand, the Now brand. I trust it. A lot of these, or hardly any of these vitamin companies are really well regulated, but Now brand's been around for a long time and pretty reputable. So anyway, I've got 2 of these. They're just the oil capsules here. And I'm going to show you a trick how I add that. I used to just do vitamins by mouth when my dogs were younger, but you know, this is an easier method, and I'll show you that. And then I've got some vitamin C. So again, my dog's needs are going to be a little bit different than your dog's, depending on the breed, depending on their age. Let me grab this. I forgot to get her kelp. So this is another thing that's great to give. I forgot to pull this out. This I purchased on Amazon. This is organic kelp powder. Really great. It's a great source of iodine and a lot of other nutrients for your dog. So I'm gonna add some of that in as well. I don't want to forget that. So I usually do, oh, it's already in here. It's a little trick. I try to leave the little measuring spoons in the powdered packages so I don't have to hunt around for it. So Macy's large breed. So I give her roughly a teaspoon, and then I just sprinkle it in, and then it gets mixed in with all the delicious food. And again, she's never, you know, had any issue. She doesn't balk at anything. She'll gobble it up regardless of what I put in it, or in her bowl. So she's got the kelp added in. Her vitamin C, again, this was the Now brand. Vitamin C, I'm giving her a whole capsule. This is quite a bit. Again, she's 15. She's kind of at that end of life stage a little bit. And so I'm really kind of supporting her body and her system as much as I can. So I just open it, sprinkle it right in, just like I dumped in the kelp powder. And then I'm just gonna do one. I don't know, I took out 2. So we're gonna do one of those. And then now I'm gonna show you my trick for the these omega-3 gel, or the fish oil capsules. What I like to do, instead of trying to do mouth by, you know, pill form, putting it in her mouth and down her throat, I drop them into, you can put any kind of dish, right? 2 at the bottom of this little coffee mug. I ran this tea kettle earlier. It's got hot water. I drop in maybe a couple of tablespoons or 2. That's it. And then this beautiful thing, because of the heat of the water, the capsule just breaks down really nicely. And then I just kind of swirl it around with my spoon, and then just make sure that all the oil comes out of the capsule. The capsule actually starts to break down as well. And then I literally, so this also adds a little liquid to the meal, which you always want to add, even though this isn't a kibble meal, you want to add some moisture. So you can just do pure water. This is going to add to that, the moisture content to the meal. In addition to, obviously, it's got all of her fish oil now dissolved into it, which is cool. And that takes like seconds. So I like to do that, and then I'll just pour it in. So see, that's done. So that's it. So now she's got her chicken, she's got her veggies, the sauteed collard greens, she's got her canned pumpkin. Oh, the egg yolk is the last thing. Her joint supplements, like I said, she's gonna just eat these like treats. I'll set those to the side of her bowl. Now here's my deal with the egg yolks, and I've done another video about this. You may have already seen it, but I don't like to waste. And since I'm just giving her yolks as a topper for her food, I am gonna save the whites though, even though I'm not giving her the whites raw. I love to save the whites, so I capture them in a, you know, a dish that has an airtight lid, and I keep it in the fridge. So then later, for another meal or a snack, I can throw some egg whites in the pan, throw in some veggies, throw in some meat, or just by itself, and then have that as a nice little snack for her. So the way I like to do it, I crack the egg, obviously, and I just pull it, so you have the 2 halves, and let the whites kind of just drip down, and then I gently dump the yolk to one shell to the other, and I just go back and forth, just like that. I've been doing this a while, so this may take some practice. Some people will crack the egg into their hand and then let the whites, how it's dripping here, they'll just let it drip down through their fingers, but I don't know, that feels gross to me. I don't like to do that. So there's one white. Oh, and I didn't mix. I want to mix in these powders. Usually I do the yolks at the very end, and I didn't mix in everything yet, which is not a big deal. I'm just gonna do it now, and then we'll crack that other yolk over it. So this is what we've got so far. This looks so yummy. You guys can't see her, but she's sitting right behind me, waiting anxiously. Okay, and so I've got one egg white that I'm saving here, and then because I'm giving her 2 yolks, I'm gonna go ahead and do this second egg. So I'm gonna pull apart, let the white strip down, and then I'm just gonna go side to side with that yolk. So pretty. And then that just goes right on top. And that's it. So she's got a pretty nutritious meal here, and I may add a little bit more water for moisture content to this, but this is pretty good, you know, considering what's in most dry kibble, which is a lot of nothing great. I don't want to bash the companies too bad, but it's garbage. It's straight garbage. It's nothing you or I would eat, so certainly I'm not going to give it to my dog. So anyway, as long as you're making sure you're supplementing and you're hitting a variety of different foods and food groups and proteins and veggies and things like that, your dog should flourish on a home prepared diet or home prepared snacks, however you want to do it. You can do kibble and supplement with things like this. It's just, the sky's the limit. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. I got my egg whites. I'm going to set aside, put these in the fridge for another snack. Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know if this is something you've tried before, or if you're going to try this exact or similar recipe. Let me know how your dog liked it. Okay, come back again and check out another video. Hope this was helpful.